The story of KFC begins with Colonel Harlan Sanders, who started selling fried chicken from a roadside restaurant in Kentucky during the Great Depression. His secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices made his chicken so delicious that people came from far and wide to taste it. As the popularity of his chicken grew, Colonel Sanders opened his first KFC franchise in 1952, and the rest is history. In this video, we will tell you the success story of KFC, from a small roadside eatery to a global fast food giant. The inspiring journey of Colonel Sanders. Sanders, later famously known as Colonel Sanders, was born on a farm in Indiana on September 9, 1890. Coming from humble beginnings, tragedy struck early in his life when his father passed away when he was just 5 years old. Left with the responsibility of caring for his two younger siblings, Sanders' mother took on multiple odd jobs, leaving him to fend for himself and his family. Despite the challenges, Sanders began honing his cooking skills from as young as 7, staying up late to practice. By age 10, he was already recognized as a talented cook. However, his employment journey faced setbacks when, at age 10, he was fired from a farm job for neglecting his duties. His mother's disappointment served as a turning point for Sanders, who vowed to succeed. Yet, his hardships continued as his mother remarried a cruel man, prompting Sanders to leave home at age 12 to forge his path. Working tirelessly on farms, attending school during the day, and taking on odd jobs at night, Sanders faced immense challenges. Despite his determination, his dislike for school led him to drop out at just 13. The early years and struggles of Harlan Sanders. From working as a streetcar conductor, insurance salesman, and tire salesman to operating steamboats, serving as a midwife secretary, and even trying his hand at carriage painting, Sanders explored various paths. His ventures extended to a brief stint in the U.S. Army, where he served in Cuba at the age of 15, earning him the title of colonel, albeit briefly, as he was discharged after 6 months of being found underage. Despite his endeavors, financial stability eluded Sanders, compelling him to pursue professional roles. He enrolled in a male-based law course, but abandoned his legal aspirations following a courtroom debacle that tarnished his reputation. Subsequently, he found employment in the railroad industry, only to face dismissal, which led to the collapse of his marriage with Josephine. Devastated by the loss of both job and family, Sanders contemplated drastic actions, intending to reclaim his children through deceptive means. However, he ultimately chose reconciliation, heeding the counsel of his father-in-law. Despite mending his relationship with Josephine, tragedy struck in 1947 when they parted ways following the untimely death of their son at the age of 20, exacerbating their marital discord fueled by grief. Gas station chicken. At the age of 40, Colonel Sanders embarked on a new chapter in his life, securing a job at a gas station in Kentucky operated by Shell. Determined to supplement his income, Sanders tapped into his culinary skills and began offering meals to customers from a small back room. Initially, his menu featured ham steaks, string beans, and hot biscuits, but it was the absence of fried chicken that sparked a significant turning point. Recognizing the demand for quicker meal options, Sanders experimented with deep-frying chicken in pressure cookers, a novel approach during that time. After rigorous trial and error, he perfected a method that cooked chicken in just 8 or 9 minutes, preserving its flavor and moisture. This innovation, coupled with his secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, catapulted Sanders' fried chicken to unprecedented popularity. To bolster sales, Sanders employed inventive marketing tactics, such as painting advertisements on local barn doors. However, his aggressive promotion sparked friction with a competitor, Matt Stewart, leading to a confrontation that turned violent. In an act of self-defense, Sanders exchanged gunfire with Stewart, resulting in casualties and legal repercussions. Despite the ordeal, Sanders emerged unscathed and continued to thrive in the local market. By 1935, Sanders' culinary prowess and entrepreneurial spirit earned him the honorary title of colonel from the governor of Kentucky, Ruby Laffoon. Embracing his newfound moniker, Colonel Sanders expanded his business, opening successful restaurants and cementing his legacy in the state's cuisine. Yet, adversity loomed as Sanders faced setbacks, including a devastating fire at one of his establishments and the construction of an interstate highway that diverted potential customers. Undeterred, Sanders persevered, reinventing himself and his business ventures. Even at the age of 65, with financial uncertainty looming, Sanders remained undaunted, driven by his relentless determination. Refusing to succumb to despair, he viewed challenges as opportunities for growth, setting the stage for his greatest breakthroughs yet to come. The franchise pioneer, Colonel Sanders, instead of running his restaurant, chose to franchise his chicken recipe. Charging 4 cents for every chicken sold, he embarked on a grueling journey across the United States in his 1946 Ford. Living out of his car, he tirelessly pitched his chicken to potential franchisees. Despite facing 1,009 rejections, his persistence paid off when Pete Harmon of South Salt Lake became his first successful franchisee in 1952. This marked the beginning of an empire as Sanders' Kentucky Fried Chicken rapidly spread across the country. By 1963, he had franchised over 600 outlets, building a multi-million-dollar company. Sanders' savvy marketing, including keeping his recipe a secret, fueled intrigue and demand. His success revolutionized the fast food industry, proving the power of franchising. The rise in sale of KFC. In the mid-20th century, KFC was a thriving business, but its growth potential remained largely untapped. Then, in 1964, a pivotal moment occurred when a group of entrepreneurs, led by a 29-year-old named John Brown, approached Colonel Sanders with an offer to buy his beloved business. Sanders, initially hesitant to sell his brainchild, was persuaded by Brown's vision of aggressive expansion and commitment to maintaining the quality of KFC's products. After several negotiations, Sanders agreed to sell the company for $2 million, with the assurance that the Colonel's recipe would remain unchanged and that he would continue to serve as an advisor and ambassador for the brand. The acquisition marked a turning point for KFC. Sanders, now a millionaire, embraced his role as the face of the company, participating in publicity campaigns and traveling worldwide for promotions. Meanwhile, under Brown's leadership, KFC underwent significant changes that fueled its growth and expansion into new locations. However, in 1971, Brown sold the company to a giant food conglomerate, setting off a series of transformations that would alter the course of KFC's history. The Colonel's legacy. Colonel Sanders, the iconic figure behind Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, found himself at odds with the direction his beloved company was taking. The new owners of KFC, unlike John before them, were not hesitant to alter the Colonel's cherished recipes. They revamped the gravy, opting for a cheaper and simpler version, much to Sanders' dismay. His public criticism of the new recipe and the quality of the chicken led to a bitter legal battle with KFC franchisees. Unhappy with the changes, Sanders opened his competing restaurant, Claudia Sanders, only to face lawsuits from KFC over the use of his name and branding. Despite legal wrangles, Sanders remained resilient, even attempting to sue KFC for alleged misuse of his image. Eventually, a settlement was reached, but Sanders persisted with his restaurant, still serving the original Colonel Sanders Fried Chicken. His life's journey epitomizes resilience and determination, as he continued to work until his passing at the age of 90. Today, with over 25,000 KFC outlets worldwide, Sanders' legacy endures, reminding us that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. That's all for now. Hope you have enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Thanks for watching.